Good afternoon. What a horrible day for us in America to wake up to. Or for me, before I went to sleep at 1 a.m., I saw the news. I heard about it all day yesterday that something terrible had happened. But never in my wildest imagination did I imagine that we lost 12 of our finest, of our dearest in Gaza. We lost Hadar Kapeluk, 23, a sergeant. We lost a sergeant, Sergei Gottmeier, 37. Elkanah Sfaz, Yehuda Levy, 29, 22. Nicholas Berger, 22. Sidrik Garin, 23. Ahmed Abulatif, 26. Nir Binyamin, 29. Elkanah Vizel, 35. Israel Sokol, 24. Sagi Dan, 24. Mark Konokovich, 35. Shai Biton, 40. Daniel Kasosaga, 38. Matan Lazar, 32. Rafael Mosheyev, 33. Barak Hayim Ben Valid, 33. Itamar Tal, 32. Adam Bismuth, 35. Yoval Lopez, 27. Ariel Mordechai Volstval, who was 28. Each one of these reservists who came back to fight for their people, to protect the homeland at the most critical time for Israel. How do we move forward in such a dark day? Each of these 21 people touches tens of thousands of people on a personal level as the chain continues. And each and every one of us as Jews is touched, is in pain, is heartbroken for these young people who left their spouses, who left their children to fight for Eretz Israel. In this week's Torah portion, as the Jews have the miracle of the splitting of the sea, they sing a song that we say every day in our prayers. Az Yashir Moshe B'nai Israel. Then Moses will sing. And the rabbis ask, why do we use the word Az Yashir Moshe and not Az Shar, then he sang, but we say then he will sing in the future? Why not in the past tense? And the rabbis say, because the Torah is telling us that Az Yashir, it speaks about the time when all the souls will come back to us. The time of Tchias HaMesim, of the resurrection of the dead, the time of redemption. And what the commentaries say is, Az Yashir Moshe, the question was, how could the Jews sit at the miracle of the splitting of the sea and sing? Yes, they were saved, but they lost so many special people. They lost so many thousands of tens of thousands of Jews who were killed by Pharaoh, who didn't make it out of Egypt, who suffered so much. How were they able to sit at the sea and sing? And the answer the rabbis give us is Az Yashir Moshe. The only way they were able to sing is because although even at that moment it was so painful, it was so hard, it was so dark, because they had lost so many, even amidst the miracles, they sang because they knew that the day would come when they would be reunited with these souls. They knew that these souls were in the celestial wings with the Almighty, and that gave them the courage to sing, to move forward, to forge ahead. That's the only hope we have as we continue fighting for our country, for our people, for the Jewish people, for this 8 million Jews who live in Israel, for the Jews worldwide, for those who perished in the Holocaust, and we promise never again. Az Yashir Moshe, then we will sing. It might be painful today. 21 soldiers were killed, but we have to sing. We have to move forward. You know, one of the soldiers that was killed was Elkanah Vizel, Rabbi Elkanah Vizel, 35 years old, or 34 years old, a father of 4. Saw a video of him singing with Avram Fried, the singer, last month. But I need to read to you what he wrote in his letter, which is the tradition of the soldiers. They write a letter that if their family gets it, that means they're not alive anymore. The words he wrote, although so painful and so hard, give us hope. And he writes like this: if you are reading these words, something must have happened to me. If I was kidnapped, I demand that no deal be made for the release of any terrorists to release me. Our overwhelming victory is important, more important than anything. So please continue to work with all your might so that the victory is as overwhelming as possible. Maybe I fell in battle. When a soldier falls in battle, it is sad. But I ask you to be happy. Don't be sad when you part with me. Touch hearts. Hold each other's hands and strengthen each other. We have so much to be proud of and happy about. Elkanah continues, we are writing the most significant moments in the history of our nation and the entire world. So please be happy. Be optimistic. Keep choosing life at all time. Spread love, light, and optimism. Look at your loved ones in the whites of their eyes and remind them that everything we go through in this life is worth it and we have something to live for. Don't stop the power of life for a moment. I was already wounded in Operation Suketan, which was years earlier, but I do not regret that I made the return to fight. This is the best decision I ever made. This is a soldier who's going back to fight voluntarily, because since he was wounded, he didn't have to go fight again. He's a father of 4 kids. He could have stayed home, but he goes to fight. And he doesn't go to fight because he chooses death. Unlike our enemies, we choose life. And he pleads with us not to be sad, to recognize that if God gives you life, every moment is valuable, to celebrate. He writes those words that we are at the most important time in the history of our people, able to defend ourselves against those who hate us. When you think of a guy like Elkanah Vizel, and you hear the words his brother Itamar, his twin brother, wrote about him, in a eulogy on social media, you think about these heroes, 21 of them in one day. And yet as sad and as painful it is, it gives us hope and courage. Az Yashir Moshe, we will yet sing again. We will be yet reunited with these beautiful souls. And their blood will not be spilled in vain, because we will win and we will defend the homeland and protect the Jewish people. Be strong. Do something positive. Do a mitzvah, wrap tefillin, study. Do something positive for these 21 people today. And let us have that hope and joy, because we will sing again. And we will sing today.